Ian and Henry, welcome to
Thank you.
Waterstones.
Hi there.
We are here with your book, Bosh.
So proud of that thing right there.
The actual copy, here it is. I want to start off with the name Bosh. Where does that come from? How did you alight on this name, and what does it mean?
I mean, for us it means done, easy, quick cooking. It came from, it almost emerged out of a cacophony of rubbish names. There were names like V Tasty TV.
Still bought the domain name for that.
And a load of other rubbish ones.
Yeah.
That came out of it during a name storm that we had together. Bosh just came from somewhere, and it was like, that just means everything that we're about. Quick, easy, simple, no nonsense food. Bosh.
Bosh. I mean, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? On the cover here, we have that word, all plants. This is all plant-based cooking. Is there a reason why you both started eating only plant-based food? And is there a kind of an ethos behind the book, or a reason for cooking that way?
I started eating plant-based food like 3 months into the first, 2015? Was it 2015?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
And I did it like as a test to myself, and basically found it quite difficult to begin with, but as time drew on, it became easier, and I ended up feeling fantastic for it, and so just carried it on, and one thing led to another, and yeah, we both went vegan, and things have gone well since then.
When Ian first made the decision to go vegan for whatever crazy New Year resolution kick he was doing that year, I thought it was completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just took the mick out of him non-stop and turned down a lot of the food that he presented me.
Yeah.
But then at that time I was searching for some deeper meaning to life and work and an outlet for my own creativity that could help reduce climate change.
Yeah.
And so I stumbled across the environmental impact of food, and a film called The Cowspiracy helped me get there. And so through our different ways, we both converged on eating vegan food. And then the next thing was, well, how are we going to share this message with the world? Mm-hmm. Hence Bosh.
Hence Bosh. And the book is filled with recipes. People have different reasons for eating plant-based food, and you've mentioned a few there already. But as you said, your main sort of drive is to create really tasty food that just happens to be plant-based. For somebody who needs convincing, is there a recipe in this book that you think is a kind of like 100% banker, like everybody is going to love that dish? Is there one that you would recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my personal favourites in that book is the ultimate chili. Like, we called it the ultimate chili because, frankly, it's the ultimate vegan chili.
It's banging.
Yeah, really, really good. We use mushrooms in the dish, and we cook them in such a way that they really don't taste like mushrooms, and they don't have the same mouthfeel, the slippery mouthfeel of a regular mushroom. And it basically mimics beef mince perfectly. And everyone who's eaten it so far, we've had some really good reports.
Well, this leads, because I issued you with a challenge a few weeks ago. So a few weeks ago, for anybody watching, I issued a challenge to Ian Henry, which is that I don't like mushrooms. I really struggle. And I wanted you to cook me a dish that would convince me that they were not the devil's spawn. And you cooked that chili, and I have to say it was really, really good. I mean, you said you wanted to create the ultimate vegan chili, but it was just a really good chili. I mean, the flavours all that. We're going to fist bump. My God.
I'm so glad you liked it.
No, it was really good. But actually, I want to talk about something else that you cooked that evening.
Yeah.
Which were the what you called your sort of buffalo wings.
Buffalo cauliflower wings.
Cauliflower wings. Okay, so now this is another one of my problems. Wings for me are not a very attractive food proposition. I know some people love sort of gnawing on a bit of bone with a tiny bit of meat on it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. But I like the idea of that kind of flavour and that kind of snacky food. So your cauliflower wings are basically a piece of cauliflower encased in that kind of crispy coating, smothered in hot sauce. You made those, and I swear to God, I could have eaten all of the ones that you made that night. They were, in fact, as far as I was concerned, an improvement on the original, because they didn't have a load of gristly, bony rubbish in them. They were just, it was like having pure soft meat, except not meat, and that amazing crunch and that amazing hot sauce.
Wicked. Dude, I'm so happy to hear that.
I was 100% converted by the buffalo cauliflower wings.
An improvement on the original,
On the original.
dish. Excellent.
Admittedly, for somebody who isn't convinced by the original, but
Yeah.
I thought they were just great. I mean, is that again part of what you're trying to do? You're trying to create dishes that it wouldn't matter what your sort of diet is usually like, but you're going to love them.
Absolutely. We want to make food that appeals to everybody, like whoever they are, whether maybe they're vegan, maybe they're not vegan, maybe they eat vegan a few days a week, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It doesn't matter to us. We want to make appealing, delicious food that's hopefully better than whatever you've had before. And I think we even wrote on the cookbook. Amazing food. We wrote amazing food on there. But also we want it to be like new classic dishes. So there's new dishes that you go to every week. So maybe your new quick spaghetti. There's a like gorgeous puttanesca in there that's really quick, really easy. It's also a really quick chili as well as the big ultimate chili that you had. So we wanted to just make sure we had your new favourite dishes, classics, all in one book.
I want to talk very quickly about ingredients, because often when I look at vegan cookbooks, they're filled with some quite weird, esoteric ingredients which are there to sort of replace other things. And they can sometimes be quite hard to find, they can be quite expensive. Is it possible to be vegan on a budget? Because that's a worry, I think, for a lot of people, is that it's going to require lots of expensive ingredients.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody can eat vegan quite easily. All you need to do is have the tools to hand to know what to cook. And this is exactly why we wrote that book. We went in with the mindset of everything in the book you'll be able to source easily at your local supermarket. There's a couple of ingredients in there that maybe go slightly away from that, but I would say 95% of the ingredients in that book you'll be able to find at your local supermarket, not a massive one. So yeah, it was really important for us for this book to be able for anybody to be able to cook from it, not just like your really like thoroughbred foodie.
And also any other ingredients that aren't standard, of which I can only remember nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
That's the only one that comes to mind. Is quick shop online or in a health food shop, and then it stays in your cupboard. So it's not something that's going to go off. So, and you need a tablespoon at a time or a teaspoon at a time. So pretty much buy that one ingredient and you can cook anything in this book.
Yeah.
Talking about one ingredient, I wondered whether you had a sort of a single ingredient in your kitchen that you couldn't do without.
I'll let Ian go for that one.
For me, I mean, it's quite simple really. For me, it's the base of any dish is really important, and we go for onions and garlic. Quite, 9 times out of 10, the food that we cook, like be it like Italian food, or be it curries, or be it more like Chinese food, you can use an onion and garlic to really start off any dish. So I would say that those two, for me, are the most important things you need in your cupboard.
Well, thank you for coming in. Good to chat to you. Good luck with the book. I'm going to take this copy now and cook more things from it.
Good.
Which I guess is a good sign, isn't it?
Great, that's what we want. We want it to be really well used and have like food stains on it, bits ripped off. In fact, maybe even your own scribbling in there where you've like doctored it for your own needs.
Leave it with me.
Wicked.
We'll report back.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you very much, Will.
Nice.